Hello, welcome to the next video. So this video is all about understanding your business's needs. I'm doing this now, so we can include your values, your vision, and fundamentally what it is that you genuinely care about, so we can create that why with your revenue goals. Because I've found that 9 times out of 10, if you don't have a big enough why, you're not going to achieve your revenue goals. But when you can intertwine the revenue goals and the growth metrics of your business with a bigger vision and values, then you're more likely to press forward because it's just inherently a part of you. What we're going to do in this one is it's all about what you give a about. It's all about what you genuinely care about. So because you've already been in business, the brilliant thing is you've got data. So you know actually who you've served before, the type of clientele, the type of customers that you attract and you work with. So what we want to do now is we want to uncover who these clienteles are. So you can match the type of values that you have to the type of values that your clients have. Why is this important? Because when you're growing a business, we want to grow intentionally and get specific on the type of client we want to keep attracting. What will have happened, what I'll always see happen, and what's happened in my business and many businesses, is as we're growing and we're starting a business, we kind of just say yes to certain things, and then sometimes we're like, is this my type of person? Is this the type of person? Is this who I'm meant to be serving? And then we can start to get a bit confused about it. And some people will say yes to because we need and want the cash flow, and other people will go, is this the right person for me to be serving? Should I not? And then we can start to get really confused on the messaging, and the values and vision can start to skew. The vision and values of a business is the heart of the business. So what we've gone through before is the head of the business. It's the brain, basically. It gets you really clear on where are you headed in terms of what's your tangible metrics, what's the financial goals you want to get to, figuring out the cogs of it. And now we're intertwining the heart in the business. You need both in order to grow a successful business for the short and the long term. So this is the heart piece. So I want you to get really clear on what do you genuinely care about? Like, what do you actually care about? So if you need prompts and assistance, what I would suggest you do is write down some of the clients you've worked with before, because sometimes it's easier for us to see it in somebody else than it is to notice it within ourselves. And the best way to do that is go, well, what kind of clients have I served before and what were they like? And when you write down what were they like, there might be they were honest, they were really kind, they paid on time, they were respectful, they had great communication. So this starts to give you an understanding of, oh, actually kindness, I really do appreciate kindness in somebody, and I really appreciate, the honesty. And, sometimes I've had tough conversations, but it's been really good for growth. So we have that multicultural conversations that creates the expansion in certain areas. So when you do this and you get clear on who the customers are and what their values are, then you can go, well, actually, these are my values. If you're saying, Kaitlyn, I know what I care about. Brilliant. List that out. Again, the heart piece of your business, what we're talking about now, that's part of the cogs of it all. It's all interconnected. So what we're trying to do at the moment is formulate these pieces, pull these pieces out, optimize and improve them, and then place them back together in a better, more efficient and effective way. So the cogs of this part, this heart-centered, the vision and the values, ask yourself, what do I care about? What are my values? You probably know it already, so just write down, what do you actually care about? 5 or 6 is absolutely fine. If you want to do more, that's fine, but 5 to 6 is a really good way to start. If you're like, I have no idea, I don't even know, I'm really stumped on this one, then I want you just to Google what are some of the major values that people have, and then read them, and some of them will pop out to you and others won't. So grab the ones that pop out to you. And then I want you to get clear. So this is how we combine your revenue goals with your greater impact and your vision. So this requires some daydreaming or some writing out, whichever you prefer. It's entirely up to you. I want you to ponder on the revenue goal that you've written down, that big goal. So when you reach that, because you will follow these steps and you will. When you reach that goal, what will that mean to you? What life will that create for you? Will that allow you more time with your family? Will that allow you to give back to charities in ways that you've always wanted? Will that allow you to travel? Will that allow you to do things that you've never thought possible before? Would that allow you to be able to teach people in this type of way, educate people in things that you absolutely love? What does having that amount of money give to you that that you're not feeling like you have now. That's our vision piece, because the vision you have as the business owner is what's going to drive the business forward. So what you want to do is I want you to create a vision statement for yourself. So for mine, for example, I am all about empowering other people to grow a business that they love, to make more money and to improve the world. So my company's vision is to work with conscious leaders who can help influence and improve the world at a greater level. Don't get me wrong, this took me a few years to find out the right ones for me, so it's okay. This vision will evolve, grow, and change as you do. But what I'm wanting you to do is kind of create your anchor point, your grounding point within this. So you can go, well, my vision, my revenue goal's this amount, but the vision of where I'm trying to go, it's so that I can truly make this world a goddamn better place. And how do you want to do that? Well, I want to help solve the environment issues. I want to help solve these issues. Fantastic. How can you do that? And this is where you can apply those SMART goals to this particular vision as well. Because when you have a revenue goal and a vision goal and you intertwine them, it becomes more powerful because you've got more leverage. If you're just trying to go after a revenue goal, I have seen time and time again, people just give up because like, oh, I'll never achieve it. But when we just simply, you don't change anything about your revenue goal, we just simply intertwine what you give a shit about, what you truly care for, and we put that with your revenue goal, then all of a sudden you have a greater mission. Then all of a sudden you have a greater purpose and passion towards driving all of this forward because you genuinely want to see the world better, or you want to improve other people's lives, whatever it may be for you. So ask yourself, what are your vision and your values? You might already have them listed in your company, and that's absolutely fine. This part's actually going to help us as well when it comes to the roles and responsibilities module. So again, this is just a piece of the puzzle. What's going to happen throughout this course, if you haven't already realized, is I help basically quantify the entirety of your business's goals and objectives and help you review where you are and completely rapidly grow to where you want to be in the quickest, easiest, most sustainable way possible. In order for me to do that, I need to grab out little bits of your business, and that's what I'm helping you do. And parts of this you'll go, Kaitlyn, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I going to do this? Your brain's going to be trying to figure out why you're doing what it is you're doing. It's okay that it's going to do that. It's part of the process. But you're not going to know all of these answers because you haven't got through all of the course yet. So just know that it's all working for you. It's all part of the process. I'm literally just grabbing the puzzle pieces together. And what's going to happen is there'll be a shift in the course where all of a sudden those individual puzzle pieces will start to connect and you'll go, I get that. Now I understood why she said that. Now I get that. So please write down your value. 5 to 6 would be fantastic. If you're like, I've only got 3, that's fine. If you want to do more, again, that's absolutely fine. And then I want you to get clear on what your vision is. If you've already had and got a vision for your company, ask, is it still relevant? A lot of the time, 9.5 times out of 10, business owners that I work with have actually outgrown their business's vision. So we want to get clear. Have you outgrown your vision? Do you still care about the vision? If you have outgrown it, fantastic. What's the next metric? It's exactly the same as the revenue. When we hit the revenue, we need to set a new goal. It's the same thing with the vision of the business. So get really clear on what you care about. And if you want, just write a list of everything you care about so it can keep you motivated to keep moving forward. And when we bring all this, expand all of this out, it really does help. So that was a lot of information, I understand. So let me try and simplify it for you. So with your revenue goal, I want you to start writing down or daydreaming. It's easier to write it down because you can read it every day. But if you write down, what does that revenue goal give you? So yes, it gives you more money in your pocket, but what does it also give you in terms of your lifestyle? So when you hit that figure, does that mean that you now only work 5 hours a week? And of those additional hours that you've saved, you spend it with family, you spend it with friends, you spend it improving your CrossFit, you do more meditations, you go on more trips. What does it actually give you? Create that life. Create the life that it is that you want. Then based off of that, when you've written down where it is that you're going to go to, you'll start to ask yourself, well, what are my values? And part of that vision, there'll be words in there that you can grab out as your values. Like, I want to go on more trips because I value freedom. I value culture. Fantastic. Those are your values. I value honesty. And if you're like, I have no idea what my values are, then go back to the previous clients you've worked with and list out who they were, who were your ideal clients and why were they your ideal clients. And it might be because of certain values, certain traits, characteristics that you really appreciated. One more added question, which I think is going to be quite profound, is what do you want to be known for? What do you and your business want to be known for? If you could be known for anything at all, what would you want people to say about your business? So if they were to say, this particular business makes me just feel so understood, so appreciated, and so loved, is that what you want people to say? Or do you want to say, oh my God, they solved all of my problems, I have a better life because of them? What is it that you would love them to say? And that's going to give you some insight into how you want to start formulating the growth of your business, because you get to decide the trajectory of your growth. And if you intertwine it with how you want to be known, the vision and the values, it starts to have a life of its own and a greater purpose than just more money in your pocket, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all about having more money in your pocket, but let's do it in a way that actually improves the world and it helps you achieve what it is that you want. So just know you're doing everything right. You're following the steps. Not all of it's going to make sense. Some of it you're going to feel resistance to. That's completely normal. Just continue to do it. You've got this. I'm with you every step of the way. And that was the completion of Module 1. Module 2, roles and responsibilities. I'll see you in there.